Okay, we have to talk about what is going on in the UK housing market, because we're not even a month into 2026, and the data is already looking, well, a little contradictory.
It's a very strange signal, isn't it?
It is. On one hand, you have asking prices making their biggest January jump in, what, 25 years?
25 years of reporting, yeah. But at the exact same time, there are more homes for sale than at any point since 2014. It just doesn't seem to add up.
And that's exactly what I want to dig into. We've got the latest Rightmove House Price Index in front of us. The mission here is to figure out if this is a real recovery or just some kind of chaotic spike. So let's start with that price jump. How big are we talking?
It's pretty significant. We're looking at a 2.8% increase in average asking prices just this month.
And in real money, what does that mean for the average person?
That's nearly £10,000.
Yep.
9,893 to be exact. It pushes the national average up to about £368,000.
Wow.
And we haven't seen a monthly jump like that since June 2015.
But January is usually a busy time, right? People have that new year, new home mentality. Is this just the normal cycle on steroids?
It seems to go beyond that. Rightmove actually logged its busiest ever Boxing Day for traffic.
Really?
And then in those first 2 weeks of January, buyer demand shot up 57% compared to last year. New listings were up 81%.
Okay, so that's not just resolutions. Something else is going on.
I think it's a release of pressure. Remember how 2025 ended? Everyone was just waiting.
Waiting for the budget.
Exactly. Rumors about tax changes just froze the market. Sellers held back, buyers held back, and now that it's over and the rules are clear, all that pent-up demand is flooding back in.
So it's about confidence then. The uncertainty is gone, so people are jumping back in.
That's a huge part of it. But it's not just confidence. I mean, sentiment alone doesn't get you a mortgage, right?
Right, so are people actually in a better position to buy now than they were, say, 6 months ago?
They are, and this is really the key driver. For the first time in a long time, you've got wage growth that is actually outstripping property price growth.
So your money goes further.
Your purchasing power is higher, and then you combine that with what's happening in the mortgage market. The average 2-year fixed rate is down to 4.29%.
Which, just for context, that's the lowest it's been since that whole mini-budget crisis back in September 2022.
Exactly. We're finally moving past that disruption. And for a typical buyer, maybe with a 20% deposit, that translates to saving over £100 a month compared to this time last year.
Which is not insignificant.
It's a real psychological barrier that's been lowered.
Okay, so you've got higher prices, but it's also more affordable to borrow. It sounds like a seller's dream, really. You can list high, and buyers actually have the means to pay it.
It should be, but this is where the big but comes into the story.
Inventory.
The inventory. It's at a 12-year high.
Oh.
We have not seen this many homes on the market at the start of a year since 2014.
So, basic economics.
Yeah.
Supply goes way up, shouldn't prices come down,
Mm-hmm.
or at least soften? Why are we seeing a 2.8% jump in asking prices?
And you hit the nail on the head there. The key word is asking prices. There's a real difference between what sellers are hoping to get and what they're actually getting.
So sellers are feeling confident. A bit too confident, maybe.
You could say that. Rightmove's own director warns sellers not to be over-optimistic because buyers have so much choice right now if they don't like your price.
Yeah. They can just walk down the street to the next one.
Precisely. And we're already seeing that discipline in the data. About a third of the homes currently for sale have already had to reduce their price.
A third. So while the average new listing price is up, lots of existing stock is coming down.
That's the tension in the market right now.
And is this happening everywhere? Or is it sort of a London and Southeast thing?
It's actually quite volatile. The national average is surging, but you look at the East Midlands or Scotland, and they actually recorded price falls this month.
So it's not a rising tide lifting all boats.
Not at all. It's very localized.
Okay, so to just sort of wrap this all up, the market has woken up, and it's woken up fast.
Definitely. A big surge in asking prices, driven by that post-budget relief and, better affordability.
But, and this is the crucial part for anyone listening, if you're selling, you are up against more competition than at any point in the last decade.
It's a very crowded field.
Which brings up a really interesting final thought about who actually has the power here. We normally hear rising prices, and we immediately think seller's market.
Yeah, that's the standard label.
But I'm not sure it fits. I mean, with inventory this high, does the abundance of choice actually leave the power and the ability to negotiate firmly in the hands of the buyer?
That's the question, isn't it? It suggests that even though the official price tag is going up, the actual price you end up writing on the check might be a very different story. The buyer might have more leverage than they think.
A good reality check for anyone scrolling through listings this week. Thanks so much for breaking that down for us.
Anytime.